Okay guys, so I'm in my car and the camera's like slightly tilted this way, so just bear with me here. I'm on my way right now to my appointment to get a curly haircut at Curl Ambassadors, which is a salon for curly girls, curly hair here in the GTA. And so basically the way that it happened was they were actually, I follow them on Instagram, and they were actually doing a call for models to come and pay like $25 or something to get a dry curly haircut so that the new people that they're training can practice, basically. So I'm just a practice dummy. Yeah, that's what I am. So basically I reached out to them. I thought this would be perfect because I just big chopped my hair in October. My hair is like awkward lengths, you know, all over the place. I'm sure my ends need a little dusting, and I know my hair is like much longer here than like the rest of my head, so a nice shape up would be good for me, but I do know that it's expensive, so this was perfect. So they reached back out to me and they said, yeah, that would be totally fine. And so they sent me like a link on where you can go to prepare for your appointment. So basically, to make a long story short, the two main things that they said was like, we want to see your curls. Your hair does not need to be like freshly washed, but we want to see your curls. And also, you know, no oils on the day of your appointment, along with other things. And the reason I mentioned those two is because I made the biggest mistake of trying to do a wash and go for technically not the first time, but the first time since I've kind of like learned what I'm actually doing. So basically I tried to do my first wash and go on Thursday, because I was like, I don't want freshly washed hair, because it was gonna be, my freshly washed hair is an afro, basically. Like, you know, if I don't do anything to it, I don't twist it, I don't braid it, it's gonna be an afro. So I'm like, I'll keep the curls, like my own curls, and then just do a wash and go so that, you know, they're more defined and they can see what they're doing. It failed so hard. My wash and go was so crispy. It was so not good. Plus, on top of that, I bought a big jug thing of olive oil for my hair, and I think this is like the first time of me using olive oil on my natural hair since I cut it. I used to love olive oil on my relaxed hair, but this is my first time using it on my natural hair. So I was like, I mean, I didn't think I put that much, but I ended up putting so much olive oil on my hair. So now I have this mess of like crunchy, non-really defined hair. To be honest, my hair was kind of defined, but it was too crunchy. It wasn't moisturized enough. So I have this crunchy hair mixed with this oil slick all at the same time, and I'm like, wow, this sucks. Because my fear was that if I do like a braid out or a twist out or something, they're not really going to be able to see like my curls really, especially with a braid out, because it, you know, it plays with your curl pattern. So that's when I put the call out on Instagram for some help of what you guys think I should do. And a couple of people said, girl, just wash your hair all over again, which I really didn't want to do. And then some people were saying like to steam it, you know, all of this stuff. So my hair was tangled because of the gel. My hair was oily because of the oil, obviously. And it was crunchy because of the failed wash and go situation. So I just was like in a really bad place. I was like, because the thing is, they say that if they need to work very hard to detangle your hair, they're gonna charge you an extra fee. And they also said like no oils. And I mean, somebody said on my Instagram, just go outside because this weather is so dry and cold, you know, you'll be fine. But it didn't really work. Like, I still have oil in my hair. So what I ended up doing was I did not want to rewash my hair at all, because that's just a whole, y'all already know, wash day, that's a whole long thing. I did not want to rewash my hair. So what I did was I gave it a day. So I washed my hair on Thursday. I saw what it would be like on Friday to see, you know, what my results would be after a day of, you know, nothing really changed. So what I did was last night I sectioned off my hair and I spritzed some water in it, and I used shea butter to soften it up because my hair was just not soft at all. I realized there's nothing I can really do about the oils, like nothing I could really do. So I just did that, combed out the ends a little bit because I did still have some definition from the wash and go that I wanted to keep, and I didn't want to comb my hair out like with a wide tooth comb all the way through, because I would literally just end up with a puffy afro, you know. So which I mean now would not have been, it wouldn't have been bad. And now looking back, I made such a big mistake. I literally should have just like, I mean, the hair that I had before I washed my hair, that would have been ideal to get my curly cut on. But that hair was dirty hair, so I just felt like, you know. But honestly, sometimes old hair is just better. It's more lived in, you know. Anyways, so what I did was combed it out a little bit, not from root to tip, mainly just the ends. Combed it out, added some shea butter, no oil, and the shea butter really softened it up, and I just twisted it. At first I braided it, and then I was like, no, the braids are gonna be too it's gonna mess with the curl pattern like all over again. So I just twisted it, and I had some chunky twists. Okay guys, so this is what I ended up doing. Just chunky twists all over. I used some shea butter and spritz some water and combed it out a little bit at the end. And yeah, it's not as oily anymore. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take these chunky twists out and see what I got. So I just ended up like pinning up the front here, pinning it back. And now I'm on my way, and I'm just really preparing myself to have to get like a hair wash or something and pay way more than I'm supposed to. So yeah, you can't really see what it's like, and they said you also have to wear your hair down. Well, not like you have to wear your hair down, but like it makes sense to like wear your hair down. So yeah, over here for some reason is like still not that soft, but as you can see, like I can generally get through my hair. It's not too bad. So I don't think they're gonna charge me extra for having to detangle, but the hair just may not be as soft, and it's still a little bit oily. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. So yeah, I don't know. I'm so nervous. I'm really nervous. I'm just gonna try and be really nice, so that way that way they don't charge me extra for detangling, moisturizing, spritzing with water. I don't know, but these curly hair people, like these curly hair services can get really expensive, man. So anyways, I'm driving there right now, and they also mentioned that they don't think that they're not sure about me being able to film in there, so I may just see you after the whole situation. I'm not sure. So yeah. tell you basically about how my experience went. I'm so sorry about this really awkward camera angle, and it may be out of focus. You may be looking at my nostrils. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, like, is it out of focus? I just want to get all of my thoughts out before I forget, like, what happened and how everything went. So you're supposed to have a consultation before your appointment. So the girl was like, you know, feel free to take off your jacket, hang it up, get comfortable. And so she came and sat down, and then she's like, so tell me about your curls. And I was like, they're curly? No. I was like, I don't know. Like, I felt like, I don't know. So I was just like, well, you know, like, I have type 4 hair, so they're coily. And she's like, oh, so like, what's your hair like right now? And I'm like, well, this is like a twist out kind of situation. I washed my hair like a couple of days ago, and so like, this is it, like, twisted out basically. And she's just like, okay, I'll be back. And I'm like, oh, okay. So she comes back and she's like, yeah, so I'm gonna have to like wet your hair in order to like see your real curls, because I can't see it like with the way your hair is right now. And I was like, yeah, I know. She drenches it, and then she's like, oh, do you have oil in your hair right now? And I was like, she's asking me about the oil. So I'm like, yeah, it's like from 2 days ago. Like, you know, I washed my hair on Thursday. And she was just like, okay. And then she basically ended up saying like she has to wash it, and then she's like, I'm actually gonna style it right now and then put you under the dryer and then cut your hair when it's dry, because they did say like, if we have to do extensive work to your hair, you know, we can charge you more for that. And I literally only came in for a dry cut, so having to like wet my hair, clarify it, style it, whatever, I was like nervous. As she's doing it, she's like, you have a lot of hair. And I'm like, I know. She's like, your arms must hurt when you're doing your hair. I'm like, yeah. Then like a couple minutes later, she's like, you have a lot of hair. And I was like, I know. And so now I'm thinking, oh great. So she starts putting the styler in it. She starts raking a styler through it. And she actually is using the Kinky Curly Custard. And she's like, wow, like, you definitely have a lot of hair. And I was like, oh my gosh. Like, this is like flashbacks to my childhood when I was like 7 or 8. And people just used to tell me like, you have so much hair, oh wow, your hair's so thick. And I always used to think it was a bad thing because people didn't know how to deal with it. So I just felt like, oh my gosh, like, is this bad? Like, I don't know. The salon that I went to, they put out a call on Instagram basically saying that they're looking for models. They're training their staff, like new staff, and so they basically need models, and you would only pay $25. It's usually like, I think they said it's usually an $80 service for the dry cut, depending on the length of your hair. Basically only came in for that dry cut, and the girl who's doing my hair, she's training. She's not like seasoned at this. So the manager, whoever comes over, they're talking about it, and both of them start doing my hair. So now I have one working on the left side, one working on the right side, and they're raking through the styler and everything. And the girl's kind of flashing her a look like, it's a lot of hair, you know? And I was just like, oh great. Like, I just felt awkward. I felt like, I don't know if my hair is too much for you to deal with. Like, I don't know. I just felt kind of like, oh, okay, I get it. Maybe for her, she just didn't want to feel like she couldn't do it, so she's just kind of like throwing some excuses out there or whatever. Oh, you have a lot of hair, you know, you have thick hair. So they're both working on it. And so the manager was like, do you usually keep your hair in twists? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, yeah, I can tell, like, you're taking really good care of your hair. You can just tell. And so she's now educating the person who's working on my hair, and she's just like, you see how I'm raking my fingers through, like, my fingers are not snagging anywhere. Her hair is receiving the products very well. So yeah, so both of them are raking the product through my hair, tell me to like shake my hair out. I sit under a dryer, sit under there for maybe like 30 to 45 minutes. After that, they're starting the cut. And so she was like, so can you show her the picture of the cut that you want, of the shape that you want? And I showed it to her, and they were like, yeah, your hair is pretty much already in like the perfect shape right now. I was like, thank you. And the lady asked me again, she's like, when was the last time you trimmed your hair? I'm like, I haven't ever trimmed my hair. Like, I've never gotten a real trim, nothing. She's like, yeah, your hair is pretty much like, I don't see anywhere that I need to like even cut. Like, it's looking pretty good right now. I was like, thank you. So I said, you know, I still do want it shaped if you guys see that there's something that's not right, you know? She's like, you can't, she's like, don't take your fingers and run through it. It's gonna ruin it, you know, just do that. I was literally so impressed with her, and the reason why is because she's a white lady. I'm gonna just keep it 110, okay? This is a white lady working on type 4 hair. Like, in a very impressive way. Like, she knew what she was talking about. She knew how to do my hair. She knew, like, I was just very, 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 very impressed. And the girl who was training, to put a little context, she was black. So you kind of think like, just because a person is the same color as me or might have the same hair texture as me, they know what to do. Not necessarily. Like, the manager, she was really, really knowledgeable, and she was a large reason as to why my hair came out like this, because she was telling the girl what to do. So I was really, really happy about that. So yeah, they did it, and the manager, she's literally like fluffing my hair out, picking it out. She's like, your curls, she's just complimenting my hair, complimenting my curls. Like, it was so refreshing to, like, let's be honest, a lot of times when people who don't have the same hair texture as you, when they see your hair, they're intimidated by it. They're, you know, they're caught off guard by it. And to see somebody who doesn't have the same hair texture as me at all, like this lady has like type 1, type 2A, 2B, you know, to see someone like that being able to fluff my hair out. She's like, yeah, you want to get the afro look, right? She gets a pick, she's picking my hair, she's shaping it out with her fingers. I was like, yes, girl. I was just so happy about that. I was like, I just felt really good about that. I felt really confident that if I go back, that they would know what to do with my hair. They would do a good job, you know? She basically then started cutting my hair and telling the girl who was training about, you know, how to cut it. Like, she was just using all of these terms. I don't know what she was talking about, but it sounded like she knew what she was talking about. And talking about the way the curls were falling into each other and the shapes that they were making and stuff. And they literally hardly cut off any of my hair, like little tiny bits of hair. And they basically just said, yeah, your ends look good and stuff. So that was basically it. So at the end, I go over to cash out, and I was just thinking like, oh my gosh, they're gonna like just lay it on me. How much does it cost? Like, I'm just preparing myself. Honestly, it's my fault for not washing my hair before, coming with my, like, common sense would say come with your natural curl, but because my natural curl, I don't know how to do like a wash and go and stuff like that. My hair would just be an afro. I thought, like, let me bring it to you in a stretched out state. Anyways, totally my fault for them having to go through all of the work. So I was just ready for what they were gonna say. And it was $25. $25. I was like, do you take that, bitch? Like, I was like, I'm not wasting no time, you know? Like, I don't want you to be like, oh, wait, did you actually shampoo? Did you actually, oh, it's gonna be an extra? No, like, literally, let's tap this. So yeah, they came up to $25. I was so happy. My heart just fluttered with joy. I was so happy. So yeah, that was pretty much my experience. I had a very, very, very positive experience. Now, the hard part is that I'm going on vacation and I plan to protective style my hair, but the way my curls are popping right now, I'm like, yo, I don't want to put this under some twist. I don't want to put this under some twist. Like, it's crazy. So I kind of feel more encouraged now to just wear my hair out. I'm not sure, but we'll see when we get there. I'll cross that bridge when we get there. But anyways, $25 later, this is how my hair looks.